What up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. This time courtesy of Hasbro Marvel Legends. We've got the fan channel exclusive, the Winter Soldier Flashback edition from the Disney Plus show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes, indeed. So this is, as I stated, a fan channel exclusive. I got mine through Amazon. And yes, you probably do hear some thunder. I'm not going to wait until the rainstorm is over. This will just add a little flavor to the review. Like I said, we're genuine up in this piece. We build it while we fly it. And yeah, we do what we do. Anyhow, enough about that. Back to the figure. You see we've got the typical Marvel Legends packaging. You've got the logo at the top, Marvel Legends. You can clearly see the figure and the accessories in the clamshell. You've got Marvel Studios, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And you see on the banner, red banner that is, Winter Soldier Flashback. There was a scene in the first episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, spoilers, where there was a flashback of when Bucky was doing his thing, when he was totally into his Winter Soldier persona, and there was a flashback of a prior mission, which actually was key to the story in that series. But anyway, that's what you got there. Looking at the figure and the accessories, turning the box to the side there, you can see we've got some nice artwork with Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier. And turn to the back, you see and even more of that artwork. And as you can see, it's the full page, if you will, of the back, because this is a singular standalone figure. It is not associated with any wave, though it is part of the Disney Plus series. So those of you that are franchise specific, when you go to display this figure, you would more than likely display it with your Disney Plus figs and your Disney Plus display. Anyhow, we do have a readout, and it is as follows. Winter Soldier. Though Bucky Barnes has fought to become himself again, in his darkest nightmares, his greatest fear comes to life, that he is still the Winter Soldier. Which is interesting, because that's exactly how the flashback scene went down. He was dreaming about it. You've got more artwork on the other side there, and we're back to the front. So here we have Bucky the Winter Soldier flashback version on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree view of the figure so we can see what is the what. And first glance, this is basically a reissue / repaint to some degree of the original Winter Soldier figure that came out in, I want to say, 2015. It was a Captain America Mandroid wave, and that wave actually was in two parts. There was still to build the Mandroid. Hasbro they did some funky thing back then where they divvied up, giving you the pieces of the wave in two separate editions of the same wave. I do remember back then that a case ratio had not 2 but 3 stealth Captain Americas in there. So I don't even know what was up with that, but that was then. This is now. What we have here is, like I said, that figure, only updated, mostly in the head sculpts. It's updated, and I did say head sculpts. There is a second one which we'll get to momentarily. But yeah, basically the same figure, but we are updated. Head sculpts definitely look better at first glance than they did back then in 2015, and we'll see a comparison of that a little bit later too. But for now, let's get Bucky off of the platter and see what's what. Looking at the Winter Soldier's accessories, he comes with an additional head sculpt. This is of James Buchanan Barnes unmasked, and this is as we originally saw the Winter Soldier, with the long hair. And I can't front, this is still my preferred look for him. The face looks pretty good, the lips, everything's been painted nicely. You got that lock of hair coming down. Hair is brown, no wash. Pretty cool. It is nicely detailed. And yeah, great to have the unmasked head there. Bucky also comes with a knife. We've seen this style of knife before, and we've got it again. So yeah, pretty cool. Molded in black. The paint apps are nice because it actually looks silver, so you definitely have got to love that. The Winter Soldier comes with this firearm. It's a handheld weapon, and it appears to have a suppressor, if that's what that's supposed to be, in the front. Molded in black. It's got some nice detail, but of course, you know, no additional paint apps. Bucky also comes with another handheld. It's the same style weapon, only it has a longer magazine, meaning more rounds to fire. So it's the same thing, detail, molded in black with no additional paint apps. Finally, the Winter Soldier flashback version comes with this rifle, and once again molded in the black with no paint apps, but you can see it's got some nice detail. Spin it around to the other side. Yeah, it's got some nice detail, but no paint apps. But at least we're getting realistic weapons. Taking a look up close and personal of the Winter Soldier, we've got the masked head. This version of him, this head sculpt, even though it has the mask, there are no goggles like he originally wore. And the original figure, the eyes were, it had like black shading around them. Yeah, I guess to help with the stealth mode. But like I said, this is sans the goggles, but he does have the mouthpiece. And of course, it's essentially the same head sculpt as we saw the extra, only it has the mouthpiece connected to it. So pretty cool. Going down the body, you could see the paint apps. I'm actually liking how this is painted. I like that coloring there. Looking at the arm, he's got the red star, as you may or may not recall, working for, we'll call it the other side, Hydra. Blaze the red star. When he actually came back over to our side, the red star went away, and it was replaced by the good old US of A kind of style of star. So that did change up. The arm looks pretty good. It does look like it is metal, so you gotta love how that's colored. Go down to the glove. He's got the gloved hand, the fingerless gloves, so that's looking pretty cool. Looking at his belt, the buckle, he's got the paint apps, so that's great that happened. When you look to the, let me get him so you can actually see that, his I guess we'll call it his right leg pouch. He's got a bladed weapon there, the kind that has a hole the top of the handle, so you know you get your spin on. I believe he actually had a knife like that in the Winter Soldier. I'm not mistaken, but he did wield a couple knives. He did go use a couple knives a few times against Captain America / Steve Rogers. And his right arm is normal, you know, his arm, not metal. And great paint apps there. Going further down, you see that it's just the same, molded the same color as the torso. And going down, the knee pads, they've got some paint on them. That's really good too. Then you've got the boots, and the boots have got some paint apps too. You can kind of sort of see that they've been dry brushed with a bronze, I guess, but it looks pretty good. The boots as well. Turning to the rear, try to get in focus there. You can see it's just plain there. He's got a knife there in the back. It is not removable. It's just there for show. At least I don't think it's removable. Nope, it isn't. It's there for show. And yeah, it is what it is. I know we would prefer to have it be removable. Then you go down and you've got that harness looking pretty cool there. So that's our guy, Bucky the Winter Soldier. As far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball hinge, and he can look down that far. He's not going to look up too much, simply because the hair is going to hit the back, and so it won't give. So he's not going to be able to look up very much at all. You got the 360 going that way. It will impede a little bit because of the hair once again. Shoulders, he can get him up to about 90. He can rotate 360. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed pinned elbows. Once again, this is just a re-release of that original 2015 figure. He's got rotating wrist, and it hinges horizontally. I kind of sort of, we got a decent number of accessories, but I would have liked to have gotten another set of hands that would have been the trigger finger hands that had the vertical hinge, because he does fire weapons. But it is what it is. Looking at the torso, he's got an ab crunch that goes that far forward, that far back. He does have waist rotation. Hips, he can get them out that far. Legs, he can go up that far, almost 90. Go back that much. He has a thigh cut, double jointed pinned knees. He can point his toe that far forward, not much going up. He does have ankle pivot, and of course he has holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here's Bucky wielding one of his handheld firearms, the one with the short magazine. And here's Bucky with his other hand weapon, the one with the long magazine, and he's wielding his knife in his left robotic arm. It's curious. He came with a, we'll call it a fake knife behind him, that he carries on his back, as we saw. And of course he's got that bladed weapon that's basically sculpted on his leg pouch and painted silver. And of course, since it's sculpted to the pouch, obviously that isn't removable. But the one knife that he does have that is free and clear, he has no storage for it. So that's pretty unusual. Here he is with his rifle. I will have to let you know that you'll be hard pressed to get him in any decent looking poses trying to utilize the rifle with two hands. He just doesn't have the range of motion necessary. It would have been great if they could have retooled this figure to include butterfly joints. Then you could get better, more realistic looking poses with him wielding the rifle. But as always, it is what it is. Taking a measurement, our Flashback Winter Soldier stands at just under 6.5 inches, which metrically translates to 15.5 centimeters. Here we have our current Winter Soldier, Flashback version. next to the original one, the first one, the previous one that came out in the Captain America Mandroid wave. And you see the differences in the paint apps. As I stated before, that figure came with goggles, and one other extra thing he came with, a couple other things, on his right arm, and I didn't even really notice it because it wasn't painted on the current version. You can see that he's got rounds over there. That's painted. We'll have to look at that a little bit closer. So now you can see what I'm talking about. Hasbro actually painted the rounds first go round, and it looks really good. Unfortunately, we don't get that same treatment with our current Winter Soldier. It's just molded in just the black. It almost isn't even worth being there because you can barely tell it's there. Like I said before, I won't even front, I missed it. The other thing to take note of is the original, the Cyborg arm had a dirty kind of wash to it, which is pretty cool, whereas our new version, our Disney Plus version, it's nice and shiny. And I mean, that's cool too, but I don't know, I love the shine, but I think I like it looking a bit dirty. And here they both go with their unmasked head sculpts. The original one doesn't look anything like Sebastian Stan. That's the first thing. Secondly, as I stated previously, he's got the dark camo, if you will, surrounding his eyes. And once again, he just doesn't look like Sebastian Stan. So our Disney Plus version definitely wins in that category. And here we have our Flashback Winter Soldier next to Bucky, as he no longer calls himself the Winter Soldier. We still refer to him as that, but he's been, the entire series was one of the storylines from the series was he's trying to shake that whole image of being the Winter Soldier. So as you can see him there, he's sporting the short haircut. I know I still say I like him better with the long do, and he's got the vibranium arm, which is banging, with the paint apps there being black, and it's got the it's not gold, I'm going to call it, it's kind of a greenish platinum color, but it's a very nice looking, and yeah, that's what we have there, both from the Disney Plus show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Here we have Bucky next to Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, the near impossible to stand Black Widow, also from the Mandroid wave back from 2015, and also a cast member in the Winter Soldier. And here he is with Captain America as he appeared in the final costume from the Winter Soldier film. This was the costume that the two of them fought in. And yeah, Hasbro really screwed the pooch on this one. Look how short he is compared to Bucky. And here's Cap from the same movie in his stealth uniform. This is a little bit more to scale. It's still too short, but it's a little bit bigger than the previous figure that was representative of Cap wearing his World War II uniform in modern times to fight the Winter Soldier. And also, this was one of the several attempts that Hasbro made to simulate Chris Evans' face, and they've continued to have a difficult time. They've gotten much better of late, but it was really an issue not that long ago, which we'll call back in the day. So to sum it all up, the Marvel Legends Disney Plus fan channel exclusive Winter Soldier flashback version is a pretty nice figure. They changed up the paint app some. They took some away. I wish that the rounds on his right sleeve were painted, because that was definitely a good effect on the original version. But the positives are definitely the head sculpts for sure. As I stated, I prefer him with his long hair, and these two head sculpts definitely look like Sebastian Stan, including this one that I've got on the body with the face mask. The eyes look like Sebastian Stan. I think I'm looking at him sometimes when I see the figure close up. Another con is no storage, no weapon storage, none for the knife that he comes with, and none for the weapons. I do wish that, even though we got decent amount of weapons with this figure, I do wish that he came with an Uzi. If you guys recall from the first movie, The Winter Soldier, he sported an Uzi that he carried at the top of his back, between his shoulders. It used to hang back there, and I was really disappointed when we got the first Winter Soldier that he didn't come with that, and of course no way to apply it, even if they did come with it. But yeah, that's for me, that's a con. I wish he did come with that. I do like the attention to detail when it came to painting the bladed weapon in his leg pouch there. That was pretty good. The paint apps on the belt, and yeah, the they redid the arm. I kind of sort of, even though I enjoy this nice shiny arm, I kind of am I'm leaning more towards the original's arm because it was dirty. That gives it more, that more weathered look. I just appreciated that more. This is a figure that if you already have the other one, you may not want to get this one. I would say get it because that photo real tech is on and cracking with this one, and I would get that definitely to replace the original one, because you can go ahead and fill in your Winter Soldier space if you've got one with this guy, if you don't want to put him in with your Disney Plus display. But whatever you want to do, I would highly recommend purchasing this figure if you have not done so already. As I stated, it's a fan channel exclusive, so you'll be able to get this figure from multiple outlets that are not Target and Walmart. So yeah, you could get him. I got mine through Amazon, GameStop. I'm sure Best Buy at some point will be pushing these, and yeah, of course, all of the other online retailers will be selling this figure. So you have a number of ways how you can get it. So have at it. That's going to conclude this review, guys. Thank you for rocking with me. I definitely appreciate you. I'm hoping that you stick with me and that you're telling friends to come so they can subscribe. And that's the spiel there. Like the video. Please share the video. Tell a friend. And of course, if you have not done so already, subscribe to the video. And if you want to be notified for the next time that I upload a video, please smash that bell. That's going to do it. We're going to get up out of here. So remember, my peeps, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.